and the work that they do. I've been joined in the studio by Cecil Jones Aban. He is the Managing Director of Parables Animation Studios. Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us this morning. And Albert Tete Amafu is Project Director and Acting CEO of Parables Animation Studios and also founder of NCS Quiz. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So, when we talk about animation, are we talking about cartoons, moving pictures?
Yes, yes.
What's...
Yeah, so animation is basically moving pictures.
Okay.
So it's a series of drawings that are put together to give the illusion of motion and then to enhance the illusion without sound, music, effects. So virtually you're seeing moving images,
right.
And then they come to life because of the special effects that we add to them. So yeah, and it's an art. It's something that we have been doing as a studio for the past 20 years, I should say. And we've done quite a number of works just to make sure that the Ghanaian culture is also reflected in cartoons, because nowadays we expose a lot of foreign cartoons.
Yes.
And people are now looking for contents that actually reflect their culture.
Yeah.
So that is the task that we've taken upon ourselves to do stuff like that. That the Ghanaian populace was like, okay, we do animation in Ghana, and these are things that are reflecting what we believe in.
Yeah, that excites me. But even before we get into that, animation really, how does it work? What goes into it before the final thing comes out? Do you start drawing things and then put them together?
Okay.
How does it work?
Okay, so it's like I said, it's out of putting together a series of images, one slightly different from the other. So for instance, if I want to animate this hand movement from here there, I do this first drawing and then this last drawing. So that those are the key drawings.
Okay.
And then I fill it with in-betweens. So this, that. Okay, so I draw all of this and then I scan all of this onto the computer. And then I paint all of them and I place an appropriate background behind one background for that action sequence. And then after that, I put in a software that plays it at the rate of 25 frames per second.
Okay.
Which means that in a second, you are seeing 25 different images. So your brain is not able to differentiate between the movements. So it just tells you that
it look as if it is moving.
Yes.
But it's one picture being shown after the other.
Yes, but they're moving so fast you think it's actually moving. So when we do that, then to enhance the illusion, we add music in the background to give the mood. And then if there's a voice or somebody saying something to, probably it's an animated hand, we'll do the voiceover and a special effect. So these are the things that actually goes into that. And when we finish all of these things, then one person sits down and assembles all of them and then adds special effects, visual effects, and then renders it, and then we have whatever we have to be released at the theater or whatever. So
is it easier to do animation now than it was before?
Yes, it's easier because now it has gone digital. Initially, we used to do cell animation where you would draw on a particular transparent material on the reverse side, paint one color, wait for it to dry, paint another, and then use another camera to shoot frame by frame. Now the computer has done everything very easy. So you just pick the pen, your software is there, and then you are just moving. And some of the softwares have even enhanced the animation. They've made it quite easy for you not to do too many 25 drawings. There's some software that can help you ease your work, So, and now we even have 3D animation as well. So things have become much easier than before.
Interesting. So, why did you decide to focus Parables Animation Studio? Why animation? Why?
Yeah, because back in the days, we used to watch by the fireside stories a lot, which were live stars on TV.
Yes.
And then we also saw the foreign Cartoon Network contents, Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, and all of that. So we were like, why don't we have our Anansi stories repackaged this same way? Because we realized that children were enjoying it, and this is how those people are using to broadcast their culture and let people know about their country. So it's like, okay, let's also gather our Anansi stories together, turn them into animation and start running them on TV. So it all started from there. The idea is to just do this and let children also know that they can learn a lot from animation. So it's something that we have been doing. And along the line, we've not just done folklore stories, but we decided to add historic stories because we also noticed that children are losing out on our history.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know who Sergeant Ajete is. They don't know who probably Kwame Nkrumah is. Let me put it that. Some of them don't know, but they know the foreign ones. So it's like, okay, let's package our history again into cartoons, and of course that's what they like, and everybody enjoys that. So that is the motivation behind all this.
I mean, Albert, you haven't spoken much, but I mean, let's talk about some of the major work that Parables Animation Studios has done.
So basically, works prominently started in 2007.
Right.
But which was the first feature film. One of them, it was Ghana's first feature film. Along the line, we had to reproduce another feature film, which is 28 The Crossroads, nationally recognized now as Ghana's first ever feature film. But the works we've done over time is over a decade now. That's 8 years now. So we have the Anansi Live on Stage repackaged. So like by the fireside, we have a repackaged one, which is live on stage. So we enact the Anansi stories, and we also have the Anansi cartoons backing this very thing. Then we do animated works, commercial works, and all that for companies. And it's been fun along the line.
How do you get your work out? Currently, how do you get your work out? Is it on social media, on YouTube? Do you sell CDs? Nobody sells CDs anymore. But how do you put your work out there?
So primarily it started from the Live on Stage project. So we do it live on stage. We market on social media, the graphics, YouTube. We have a YouTube channel and all that. Then we personally go all out into schools, do the school tours to sell tickets, and in partnership with Silverbird, we host our events there. So it's been an in-person thing, social media thing on all our social media platforms, Parables Animation Studio, Parables GH. You find our works out there, and we've not sold any CDs so far. It's a digital world now, so it's on YouTube. You can find it there. Studio Parables. You can see our.
So what's the name on YouTube? Parables Studios.
Yes.
If you enter Parables Animation Studios, you take it directly.
Okay, Parables. I'm just trying to look for it. Parables Animation Studios. I'm just trying to look for it, and it's okay. I think I found it. I'm going to from here watch a lot of the stories, instead of watching all of those other cartoons. So, but talking about the animation industry, I mean, what are the key steps that you see are being taken to grow the animation industry?
Yeah, so what we're trying to do is to encourage the individual. There are people who actually, not just us, there are other people who are also doing stuff. So we have an association that has brought, that's the Animators Association of Ghana, that has put together quite a number of animators. We're trying to see how we can get to TV channels that are interested, to start running shows there. So individually, we are getting the studios also to come out with content, because at the end of the day, it's all about content. If there's no visibility, visible contents out there, nobody will know that Ghana has animation potential. So the idea is to get the individual studios to also come up with contents that can be screened on a larger scale, like the Silverbird. Nowadays they are used to doing short films like 2 minutes, 30-second skits. Yeah. But if you want to be taken serious, you have to move beyond the 2 minutes and go to feature films like 45 minutes or 50 minutes or an hour. So that's where we are pushing everybody towards now, so that at least the global market will not look at the skits, they'll look at the feature films and the shorts. So we are putting ourselves there, to become visible now.
That's great stuff. So what else are we missing that you'd like to add?
So we're counting on corporate Ghana. Just like from my perspective, I would say it's like every time we're trying to expose what we're doing as Parables Animation Studios, even though there are many other studios also working, and we're trying to project what's actually happening in the animation industry of Ghana. But you get on every platform and everyone start asking you questions from like crutch. So that's what hurts now. So we need to all come on board to project what we have within, because we need to tell our own stories, and we need to tell our own African stories from the right perspective. If we don't do this, others will tell it and make themselves significant in these very stories. So we want to urge everyone to support what we do, not just what we do, but what people are doing in the animation industry of Ghana. Corporate Ghana should come on board to support it, and they should value what we have, because when you go out there in the Western world, these are are big time studios running.
Yeah.
And these are big time studios also employing people. So the market is a huge market. When we have that kind of support, we can also employ much more people in the industry to lower the burden that we're talking about when it comes to unemployment. And we have a major show upcoming, which is the screening of 28th The Crossroads, which is Ghana's first ever feature film.
28th The Crossroads.
Yes. In partnership with, it's been endorsed by the Veterans Administration Ghana. So we'll be screening with them tomorrow at the VAG Hall. Then on the 6th of March, at Alliance Française, we'll be also having a public screening. So we want everyone to come on board.
March.
6th March.
Alliance Française.
Yes.
Is it free?
It's 50 cities, but it's just
50
just
cities.
50 cities.
Why is free?
Yeah, so it's so free. So if you want to do more than 50, you can come and support. Yeah.
50 cities is free.
It's almost free.
So we want to see everyone present.
At what time?
It's 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Yes.
Alliance Française. 50 Ghana pay. Oh, I'll bring my whole squad. Matalio, everybody.
Exactly.
Let's come and watch.
And they will learn a lot. Yes, they will learn a lot. They will learn a lot. I mean, the story details the events that led to the shooting and then aftermath. And the way we've done is educational, because we want the children to learn the dates, the significant things that happened, the Accra route, all of those things are captured in there. You know, so it's a very fun, educative kind of thing, and that's what we want to do for our children.
Okay, we'll be looking forward to it. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Once again, just remember, Alliance Française, 6th March,
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
50 cities.
50 Ghana cities. Free. Of course, if they 50 Ghana cities is free. I mean, if you can pay 1,000 cities, 600, 700 cities to go and watch people jumping up and down on stage, you can surely pay 50 Ghana cities to come and get your children educated and get yourself educated as well. So, I mean, I'll be there. I want to see you there. So make sure that you don't miss it for anything in the world. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us in the studio from Parables Animation Studios. Cecil Jones Aban is the managing director. And of course, Albert Tete Amafu is project director and acting COO. Acting COO. So you are just acting. You are not the substantive COO. Can I come and take your job?
If you can.
All right.
You know, it comes with the bed.
Don't worry. I'm ready for it. All right. Just stay tuned. We'll be right back. This is GH Today.